Some say love is a bitch. I say love is work. Let me show you what I mean. On October 15th, I was summoned to court to act as a witness in a divorce dispute, and 4 days later, I was invited to a wedding. And my wife, very kindly, very politely, persuaded me to make a painting as a wedding gift. Have you ever wondered why husbands are so eager to please their wives? I'll give you a hint. Because women are the gatekeepers. And there is nothing a man won't do to get them open. Let's break down a classic. What do women want? With men, it's quite straightforward. But what about women?
Alright, grab pen and paper because for the first time ever, I'm going to reveal what women really want.
Start with 500 grams of tenderness. Add a ton of talking. No, not your talking.
Listen. And do not try to fix anything.
Just listen. Sprinkle in a pinch of sharing about your day.
Not about work.
Preferably about your emotions. Follow that with a generous handful of involvement with the kids. And here's the secret ingredient. Pitch in around the house. If the gates are still locked up tight, throw in a foot massage. Maybe a few delicate caresses that don't scream, I want it now. Will this foolproof recipe work every time? Probably not, but hey, at least she's happy.
And if you're patient, those gates will open. Eventually.
And what does a man want? Well, I already told you without telling you. For every successful marriage, there's another that crumbles. You head to the altar with a big fat grin on your face, feeling forever is on your side. But 5 years later, well, let's just say you didn't make it. I know I was oversimplifying. Men want sex, yes. But they also want a clean house, delicious food, admiration, and to be depended upon. Want your husband to be happy? Praise him in public. Want him to hate you? Easy, do the opposite, and he may never like you again. They say marriage is built on big moments, but really, it's the small stuff. The little habits that go unseen. Socks that somehow never find the hamper. Dishes that multiply overnight. These are the threads that actually hold love together. Routine isn't glamorous, but is essential. The spark fades, and that's when the real work begins. You go from happily ever after to who is taking out the trash. Love becomes a rhythm you have to keep. What would marriage be without kids? We are ourselves the product of many, many other marriages. But of course, parenthood is tough, but it's also full of immense joy.
Like the first time your kids sleep for more than 3 hours straight. Now that's victory. Seriously though, being a father is as good as it gets.
Building something together, whether it's a home, a family, or just setting up the new bathroom cabinet. It's a mix of frustration and satisfaction.
Love is the heavy lifting and the little repairs along the way.
My wife asked me for a painting, and I went to Berlin for inspiration. Where there was an exhibition by Dutch artist Arjen. His simplicity and absurdity strikes me, blending the familiar with the surreal in a way that made me see ordinary things in a new light. His style, inspired by one of my favorites, George Condo, who in turn drew from Picasso, was a reminder that every layer of influence adds a dimension to the work. It felt like a conversation between artists across time, each taking the everyday and transforming it into something layered, chaotic, and beautiful. I have been married for 10 years, and guess what? There are no tricks, no shortcuts, only the work you put in. My wife and I have come together to form this one chaotic, beautiful entity, a shared experience, a blend of contrasts. As J.K. Chesterton once said, when we step into the family by the act of being born, we step into a world that is incalculable, a world we have not made. In other words, when we step into the family, we step into a fairy tale. So yes, I stand by what I said. Love is work. A beautiful, challenging, exhausting, and rewarding piece of work. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to live without it. And so, without further ado, say hello to my little friend. All of that is worth the risk of failure.